Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
No, we changed it.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Dancing to his left. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again is Jackson. Out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Into space at the 45. And he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down at 7. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's That's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. His pass caught by Beckham. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a first carry for their fullback, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Henry. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Brady now to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the interception, here's Jackson. John Randall dropping the hammer.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. And what's going to be the final play of this first quarter? We're scoreless after 1. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's got room on his horse. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the back.
Throw outside is complete on the diving effort. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Dalton Kincaid laying himself out in the end zone. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
13.
Now Jackson on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get this down to the 48.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Brady to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. This a 43-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go along. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. John Randall able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away.
I ain't tripping, this is